So in this video, we're going to talk about something called PIP. And if you've ever been involved in a car accident, you may have heard about PIP, P-I-P. It stands for Personal Injury Protection. The long form is Personal Injury Protection Benefits. You'll also hear it called Basic Reparation Benefits. It has many different names in Kentucky. Every state has a version of it. Ohio calls it MedPay. But what this is, what we're talking about today, it's essentially a rider, a separate line of coverage that's on your auto insurance policy. And it goes like this. It says that if you're involved in a car accident, whether it's your fault or not, even if it's your fault, you can collect these benefits. And the benefits are benefits that will pay out-of-pocket losses. And I'm going to talk primarily today about Kentucky PIP because it's a bit more complicated than Ohio MedPay. Kentucky PIP is a statutory creation that's been around for 30 years. And the legislature passed it hoping that people would sue people less over a small amount of medical bills. So the end result is we all in Kentucky, we have $10,000 essentially in health insurance on your car. That's a generalization, but it will also pay for lost wages, for any other out-of-pocket loss that you can document to your car insurance company. A lot of people are not familiar with this. Again, you would have no reason to know what PIP is unless you've had to use it. But the one thing I would tell you, if you have been involved in an accident in Kentucky, if you have a Kentucky insurance policy, you need to file that PIP claim very soon for a variety of reasons. PIP insurance is very beneficial mainly because there are no copays, no deductibles. They pay 100% of your medical bills. So many of us today have high deductible health insurance plans and they penalize us for seeking medical treatment. You will not have that problem with PIP. The other interesting thing about PIP is every time you use it, every time it makes a payment, it pushes out your statute of limitations. So the car wreck statute of limitations in Kentucky is directly tied to your PIP benefits. The general rule is the statute of limitations is 2 years from the date of the last PIP payment, not to exceed 4 years from the date of the accident. That is the Kentucky statute of limitations for a car wreck. So it encourages you to use it. It encourages you to get medical treatment to see how you're doing before you ever even contemplate a lawsuit, which is what I would personally tell you to do anyway. You can also reserve this money for lost wages. It's not a huge benefit, I'll be honest with you. It's $200 a week. That's tax-free, but it's also just $200 a week. If you have a really good health insurance policy, I suppose that would be beneficial for you to reserve it and use it as lost wages, but I don't see it very often anymore. And you do have to document that pretty extensively with the insurance company. One note I'll make about PIP, and we'll get into this maybe a little bit later, but motorcycles. Motorcycles are a different animal. Your auto insurance does not apply to your motorcycle. You probably know that, but that's crucial because if you have this great auto insurance policy and this terrible motorcycle policy, you cannot combine the two. They're totally separate. And my point is, PIP insurance is not required on motorcycles in Kentucky. Therefore, most people do not have it, in my experience. You should have it for a variety of reasons. Motorcycles, if you look up the statistics, I think 80% of all people involved in a motorcycle accident are likely to either die or be seriously injured. Far, far exceeds the rate of injury as opposed to car accidents because of the simple fact that you're exposed on a motorcycle. So if you do get involved in a motorcycle accident, likely that you're going to be using those PIP benefits. Talk to your agent. That ties in with the subject we just talked about, which is uninsured and underinsured coverage. You also want to make sure that that is on your motorcycle. So that is the idea of PIP. I know it's confusing, but ultimately what you do is after the car accident, you call your insurance company, you tell them you'd like to open a PIP claim, and the adjuster will know what to do from there. You'll fill out some forms, you'll be given a claim number, and you can take that to all of your medical providers and they will bill that just like it's health insurance.